And I would like to introduce you to a man whom you've met before, many of you, Dr. Moriucci. He's the principal over at Palms, and he has a wonderful presentation on a wonderful school.
Thank you for having us here today. We are very excited to be here today. I brought a team. You met Ms. Weissman. We have Janie Kuda, my assistant principal over the master schedule, and Linda Luna, a 6th grade teacher. She's the most important person here in our team because she will tell you firsthand how the students are educated in the 6th grade. I don't know about you, but my head is spinning around all of the bagged information, a lot of information. So we ask you to please look at the website and consider your choices very carefully. We know you want the best for your students, for your children, and we want the best as well. I'm speaking as the principal now, but also if I were in your shoes, I would strongly consider Palms. It's your neighborhood school, but it is an incredible school. In the short time I've been there, overseeing the school and supervising the teachers are amazing in terms of their content knowledge, their willingness to go above and beyond, and to take that time to nurture the kids who come in. You can see it in the students' faces when you're at the school, how they interact with one another, how they ask their teachers for help. The first question I always ask students is, how's your day going? What do you like about Palms Middle School? The number one answer is, I like my teachers. I like my teachers. That speaks volumes about the school. Because if the child isn't comfortable at the school, they're not going to perform well. And I can tell you, we have some of the highest test scores in the entire district. Of about 120 middle schools, we're right there in the top 5 to 7, year after year after year. Our API is at 878. We dropped a few points, but it's pretty natural. We have that adjustment as well. We were just recognized by the LAUSD Board of Education in our Algebra 1 scores that we far exceeded growth predictions. So our Algebra 1 scores are just super. They're very high. Also, 5 of our teachers in English and in math were recognized as well for exceeding the academic growth over time. Dr. Daisy has looked at how teachers perform and how students perform, and Palms is recognized year after year for their excellence. I think what makes Palms students so special is the diversity, as Arlene was talking about. We are a FABAO school. So when you're on campus, and you'll have that opportunity on the 25th to actually come out and see our students interacting, you'll see students of all colors, ethnicities, religious backgrounds, and cultural experiences interacting in a very positive way on campus. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Our teachers understand, and we understand, that we are preparing your children for the 21st century workforce. We know that they have to have the right skills to collaborate with one another, to think critically, to interact in positive ways so that things get done in the workforce. Those of you who are out at the workforce know that we all work in teams to make something happen. Whether we're creating something concrete or trying to get an initiative passed, we're working together as a team. And when our students do that, they're all the more smarter and richer when they get out into the real world. Our pathways to high school are very impressive as well. Our kids go on to great high schools. They go to Uni, they go to Hamilton, they go to Venice, they go to Pali Charter and many private schools. And they come back and they tell us, you know, we're at UCLA now, we're at Berkeley, we're at this medical school, we're at this architecture school. They're very proud of their accomplishments, and we're very proud of them. Transitioning to our teachers, as I said, they've won many awards and recognitions. But one person I think that really stands out among so many is Julie West. She is our music teacher, and if any of your children are in music, they will just love Julie West. She teaches 6 classes. Most middle school teachers teach 5, and her classes are huge. She has everything from beginning students to advanced. And if you've ever heard one of our concerts, you know, it just transports you to another place because the music is so beautiful. You feel like you're at the Dorothy Chandler, the Amundsen, listening to a professional orchestra. They really are incredible. She's got that ability to take them from knowing very little to knowing so much. A very impressive teacher. She's been there forever. I don't know how many years, but it shows the dedication. The majority of our teachers have been there many, many, many years, and they understand how best to reach out to your children. Lastly, our parents are incredible. Thank you, Kelly, Lori, and all of you for coming. I always share this story that when I started at Palms, I don't know how many parents were in my office telling me about different things. It was a little overwhelming, but at the same time, very comforting to know how involved that all of them were. So whether the parents were from Overland or Clover, Castle Heights, Cantfield, they wanted to be involved. That's one thing we welcome very much at Palms, is your input. And so your feedback to us, your advice, it's always welcome. Remember, Palms is your neighborhood school, and we want to make it so that your children benefit the most from it. One thing we've heard from many parents is they want language. They want a foreign language. They want more electives, and we are working on that right now. Arlene and I, Janie and I, we're all working on creating a new magnet school there, just for the performing and visual arts. We have a fantastic drama teacher, Jennifer Hunter, who is thinking about all these great ideas. We're reaching out to Fox Studios for more gift money to help us see that program through. I don't want to keep you here much longer. Janie's got a great presentation with some great visuals and pictures that we're going to get through quickly. But I invite all of you to come out on October 25th for our second Visitors Day. We have a third one, I believe it's November 4th, where you will have an opportunity to walk the campus, talk to teachers, and talk to students. Remember, students are the best source of your information. You ask them a question, and they will tell you honestly what their experience at Palms is. We didn't give them information to give out. We didn't give them a script. They're just very honest about their experience there. And hopefully you'll get a good feel of the school. I can say with 100% confidence, as the leader at the school, that your children will be in good hands. It's quite a remarkable school. I've had many experiences at many schools throughout LAUSD, and Palms is really a very special place among the middle schools I've been at, and I think our staff will say the same. So come out and join us. My door is always open for you if you have questions, and Arlene, as you saw, is a great wealth of information. She will guide you through that process. Don't be intimidated by the process. It does look tedious, cumbersome, but if your heart's in the right place in choosing the school, I think your child will be happy no matter where. One parent shared this special story with me. She actually wanted her child at a charter school, but she wanted her child first at Palms because the charter school didn't open for a while. That's been the case of many. That's the reality. But at the point where she had to choose of the two schools, between the two schools, she asked her daughter, okay, we're ready to go, are you ready? And her daughter said, I really like it here, Mom. I want to stay here at Palms. And so that was her choice. So with that, I'm going to leave you with Janie Kuda. You're in good hands. But once again, thank you, Kelly and Lori, for having me.
He said it's a great presentation. Arlene's really covered everything, and he has. And then I put a little PowerPoint together a few years ago. And what I see our 8th graders putting together, as our parents know, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to go take lessons from the students, they're so good. My name is Jane Kuda. I'm the assistant principal over the counseling office, counseling services. I do create the master plan of what we're offering and making sure the classes are balanced. And I work closely with the counselors. I've been an elementary teacher, and I've been a counselor at a couple schools, and I was a counselor at Palms for 10, 12 years before I took the AP job. That was my favorite job, being a counselor at Palms. I loved the students. I'd come over here and talk to the Castle Heights little fifth graders and talk about coming here, so I always like coming to the school, and thank you for having us. A lot of it you kind of know. I'm going to go through it quickly. Arlene covered it in Dr. Moriucci. We talked about the 3 different schools. We have the home, we're lucky, our feeder schools, like Castle Heights, Clover, Overland. We get really high-performing students and wonderful students. We have a magnet, and we also have the SAS program. So we really have 75% of our students are scoring on the CSTs in the proficient or advanced range. And so that really brings the whole school up. There's a understanding that education is important, and so we all benefit from that, all the students do. I'm not going to go into the magnet, but you know that the choices brochure, the window, we've discussed that. The district assigns into the magnet, and transportation is provided outside a 5-mile radius. So I'll just zoom through that. The School for Advanced Studies, I just want to go over that one more time briefly. If you don't apply to the magnet, I heard somebody say Castle Heights, you're on permit here, you will have to apply for a permit with us if you don't get into a magnet. So what happens is that around April, you will apply directly to the school. I review them usually with Arlene, we're a team, and we get to accept who comes in. And that's where we have some flexibility. It is a gifted program, the School for Advanced Studies, but I can look at test scores and be a little bit more lenient and really bring in students that we know can still handle the program. I think an important thing is when you go to a teacher, we were talking about the criteria of a teacher identifying. If your child's not identified gifted, or your child doesn't have the test scores there, we do have students that come in and the teacher has checked off, and then they are a bit overwhelmed because it is a gifted program. So a student scoring consistently in the proficient and advanced range, usually they can handle the program. So, but if your child is in the basic range or below basic, it might be challenging for them. So keep that in mind, because we don't want the child there getting low grades and struggling. It would be very uncomfortable for them. So you come directly to us, and the date will be posted as soon as I know it. No transportation is provided. If Palms is your home school, you do not need an SAS application. It's a permit to attend Palms if we're not your home school or you didn't get in through the magnet. Does that make sense? And there's no transportation. We talked about our high API score. What's going to be interesting about the changes that Arlene talked about is there are no CST score tests this year. So how they're going to determine who comes into Palms, or any school for that matter, remains to be seen. So that's going to be interesting. So I don't know how the game's going to change. We talked about how the academic bar is raised for everyone because our students are so academically oriented. And really, I'll get to this later, it really comes from the families. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, really, it does come from you guys. We also have, of course, English language learners. We have a wonderful bilingual coordinator and teachers really dedicated to that program. And we're very proud of our reclassification as being fluent in English. We're at 41%. Special ed, we have RSP classes. I'm sure Castle Heights has the same programs. We have SDC, which means specific learning disability. That's more self-contained, lower class sizes. We have a high-functioning autistic program. Those students are in the general ed program. Many are in the magnet, many are in the SAS program. And we also have an intellectually disabled program. And again, I think the special ed department adds to the beauty of the school that we have diversity, and to see that gifted magnet students working with our ID students that are academically challenged is really nice to see, and they're very good with those students. The diversity Dr. Moriucci touched upon. So I'm going to zoom through this. Okay, so once again, we have magnet classes, and we have honors classes, and we have general classes. So if you come in through Palms is your feeder school, it's your home school, and your child needs an honors program, the counselor's going to look at the test scores, talk with you if needed, and put them in the honors program. If they come in through SAS, they're going into the honors program, and then they're the magnet classes. But you said it best, thank you very much. I keep trying to convince everyone, it's all the same differentiated instruction to meet the needs of a gifted child. If you come in through the magnet, you're going to get what we call our magnet school teachers, but I can put your child in, if your child comes in and there's room, I can put them, and you know that from experience, if there's room, they might end up in the magnet classes. Okay, so because the curriculum is the same, the teachers are trained the same, and they're all committed to making sure the needs of the students are met. So we have the elective program. We'll go over some of the electives. They have PE every day. That's a big challenge, and not a challenge. It's a different experience for the students coming in. That they're going to dress every day for PE, go in that locker room, and our PE department's wonderful. They work with them, and they go to a homeroom every day. So they go to really 6 classes, and a 7th is like a 10-minute. I guess it's going to change to 22 when we get breakfast in the classroom. All right, so the 6th grade program, I'm going to go over it quickly, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Luna. So they don't come in too overwhelmed. They have math and science core, so they have one teacher. They have English and history core. Then they have the PE and elective and homeroom, where once they're in 7th grade, they have all different teachers. So they are core, they get the elective class PE, and so there's 6 periods a day, and they're in a small community out what we call our 6th grade bungalow area. And the 6th grade electives are band, orchestra. You have to apply to Miss West, beginning wings, beginning strings, chorus, and a 10-week elective wheel. Most students in 6th grade are in that elective wheel. So every 10 weeks, over the course of the school year, they have 4 different experiences. So they might be in reader's theater, then they go to an art class, then they go to a keyboarding class. And it really, I can't really tell you every year, it differs what's offered. Sometimes we have Spanish, sometimes we don't. It depends on who the teachers are that are available to teach the elective program. Junior leadership is for a semester. Beginning wins strings are very popular, so sometimes your child might go on a wait list. This year we didn't have a problem placing students into that actually, but sometimes they have to wait to 7th grade, but that's rare. So Linda, you want to continue to talk about the 6th grade program? Okay.
So, come on up, Linda. So, I want everyone to remember that the #1 predictor of student success at any school is that teacher in the classroom. That's #1. It's not class size. It's not the principal at the school. It's not how beautiful the school is, but it's that teacher. The teacher makes all the difference in the world. And so here's an example of a teacher who's made a lot of difference at Palms.
Good morning, everybody. I'm really excited to be here. My name's Linda Luna, and I teach 6th grade SAS Honors English Ancient History, and an elective. And I'm really excited to be here because I have the most wonderful class this year, and 1/3 of them came from Castle Heights. So I hope you'll come to Visitors Day, and when you come in, you know, they'll go, yay, Castle Heights. But it's so you can imagine what it's like, you know, coming to work and working with these wonderful kids. So I'll just tell you a little bit about the 6th grade curriculum and what we do. And I've been teaching for a very long time, well over 20 years. And
you don't look that old.
And thank you. I started in high school. No, no. So I've been teaching a long time. I started in elementary school, and I was thinking about all the teachers in the 6th grade. We've either had children who went through elementary school, or we taught elementary before when 6th grade was part of, in the old days, when 6th grade was part of elementary. It was K through 6. So we all have experience with that age group and also the difficult transition from 5th grade to middle school. And it is a big transition, those of you who have older children. So I can say that we all understand that, and it's a very nurturing environment. And I hope you do come to Visitors Day. There's one next week, and then there's a third one, and then one in the spring. And you can actually go in the classroom, see what the children are doing, see what projects they're learning. And I'll talk to you a little bit about that, how it's set up. So we work as teams. So like I teach English history, then another teacher teaches math and science. And so we talk to each other about the students. And the school, I ask my students, I said, why do you like Palms? Why are you so happy? Why do you love coming to school? They love coming to school. They're always smiling. They're running to class. We have to tell them to slow down. But it's such a great age. But they said they feel safe. They said we feel safe. We feel like we're not going to get bullied. We're learning a lot. And, you know, it's a positive experience. We also have a really supportive team. You know, we have our administrative team, always really supportive, great counselors who are on it right away and really care about our students. And also we talk a lot about the curriculum and what are we doing, what are we teaching our kids, what books are they reading, you know, what are they writing. I can speak about English and history. We're all on the same page. You know, we have a specific curriculum of ancient history, specific cultures we cover, and we talk about, you know, we share what we're doing. So it's really a team effort. And if a student is struggling or having trouble, we talk about it and we get help for the student right away. You know, or the parents come in or we talk to the counselor or whatever. So we want all of our students to be successful. And from my standpoint, why I chose Palms, I used to be a literacy coach, and so I've been in every middle school on the west side, either visiting or teaching, and I had a choice, and I chose Palms because of the team effort, you know, the administration, the families. I think the most important part are, you know, the families that come to our school because you're our school, and so you raise the children that come to our school and make it what it is. I don't know, 1,700 students? 1,500. And so yesterday we had an earthquake drill and it was just so smooth and so safe and so organized. And that's how the school runs. And you walk in there at any time, it's just calm and things flow and the children are friendly and they open the door for you and the parents come and volunteer. We have a drop-off lane in the morning, and they valet parking when you pull up to drop off your child. And I mean, it's really we have an incredible parent group that you can be part of, and you know, everybody's really involved. It's like one big family. So I can't speak enough about that, and also I really, really respect the colleagues that I work with. I feel very confident that the children are getting a good education because I know what they're doing in their other classes too. So I just wondered if you had any questions you wanted to ask me as a teacher. Yes?
Beginning wins, beginning strengths. Is that something where a child can walk in and not know anything, or they're auditioning and there's different levels?
That's a beginning class. And that is amazing by the end of the year how well they're playing. Right? Was your child in instruments? But you've heard.
And is the instrument provided by the school, or you give it them?
Yeah, they're there.
And last question, PE. Are the 6th graders just do PE? Just like they're separate, PE is only the 6th graders. And is it also the gifted magnet 6th graders do PE, and all the 6th graders do PE?
No, we try to put the 6th graders into PE 5th and 6th period, but that doesn't always happen. There are some with the 8th graders in there.
Okay.
But the elective and the elective and the PE classes, all the 6th graders are mixed.
Okay.
There's no magnet classes for that.
You know, in elementary school, we're all used to, we walk our kids in, you get to interact with the teacher. After school, you get to interact with the teacher. When they go to middle school, I know it all kind of changes. Is there an opportunity to to email or communicate with the teacher if the child doesn't understand an assignment or needs a little extra help?
That's a good question, yeah. We all have websites, and we're all very open. I mean, we have a special day, what is it, once a month, where we set aside for parent conferences, but I can tell you, myself and all of my colleagues, very open to parent communication. I put one of my little newsletters over on the table, but I call parents, they call me, we email. I mean, we welcome you. We want to help your child. So, in any way that we can contact you, we do, even texting sometimes. Yeah.
How do you address bullying?
How do we address bullying?
Bullying, actually, it's obviously very,
I'll talk about that.
Okay.
Can I ask
Yeah.
something? If you have a child that already has been playing an instrument for 2 years, is it possible for them to audition for the advance?
Yes.
And is that one of those will things, or is that like a year-round thing? How does that work?
You would audition with Julie West, the music teacher.
Right.
So when you apply to Palms, you'll have an elective sheet we give you, and you put your first, second, and third choice. When you put band or orchestra, it will say plays violin, and you put your phone number, and she'll call you for an audition.
Okay, but I'm saying that
then
she
you go
gets...
into band.
It's all year.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
that's
it's all
fine.
year.
Yeah, next year.
You don't switch, it's just all year.
Okay.
So, was there another question besides the bullying? I'll let them, yes.
I started Castle Heights a few years ago, and I would say my general impression about safety was not from any specific thing, but when we started, I felt like that is definitely going to be a factor for my child learning about Palms. But I hear everyone really talking about safety. Is this something new you're focusing on, or how are you trained in a different way?
So safety is always number one at the school. So we have campus aides, we have security personnel who attend to the safety matter. I think communication is really important. So when students share with us things that have happened, such as bullying and so on, it's addressed immediately. So the counselor is on top of it. We call the parent, we notify them right away about what the situation is, but we always do our own internal investigation. So we make sure that we hear from both sides. Sometimes it's a matter of name calling, which is very common at the middle school, because the kids are growing, they're kind of feeling their strength, and sometimes they just want to say things to other kids, but we let them know it's inappropriate, and we address that immediately. Safety is number one. So you may hear rumors, oh, there was this horrible fight on campus. I'm not going to lie, it happens. Very little. I mean, it hardly ever happens. But every once in a while it does. But we are on it so quickly, and we address that right away. We feel that notifying parents is number one. So we let them know what has happened. The other day, a little boy was in my office because he was wearing an inappropriate shirt. It had some graphics on it that were just not appropriate for middle school. So I let him know that, and I told him about the rules and about safety and so on, and he thought he was done. So I said, wait a minute, come back, we'll sit down, put his mom on speakerphone. Let her know, your son's in my office. And so, but I said, how are you today? How's everything going? But she had to know, because he left the house with that shirt, and many times they do. But no, safety is number one on that.
I'm going to just finish up real quickly, and then I have a couple little videos I want to say. They're just a couple minutes. The electives for the 7th and 8th grade, we have yearbook, computers, it can be service workers, we have intervention classes, especially for our English language developing students. We have art. We talk a lot about our music program, but if you've been on our campus, some of the parents, if you've ever seen our art classes, unbelievable. I mean, that's why we are looking as a team at a visual performing arts magnet on our campus. Besides the gifted magnet, we have 2 outstanding art teachers. You go into the ceramics class, I feel like I've gone to a major art show, just like we do with the music. So the art program is unbelievable.
Great muscle.
Yeah. Oh, no way. Oh my gosh.
What are the intervention, something for like?
The interventions right now are, we have a math intervention in a lab. They kind of work at their own pace. And we have a couple of classes that are more for English language learners that have not reclassified. And they've been in the school system for LAUSD very young. And so we're working with them to get them to reclassified as fluent. But sometimes we have Ms. Luna's taught English interventions for us for all students too.
And we also have after-school help too.
Yes.
For students.
So we know the instruction has to meet the needs of all the students, especially the gifted child, because we have so many gifted children on our campus. And when I say gifted, I don't get hung up on they're identified gifted. They need that program. PE, we have an outstanding PE department. I've had many substitutes that come in and their expertise is PE, or I've had college professors come in that are overseeing student teachers, and they are always so impressed with our PE department. They work very well as a team. And they understand that the sixth graders, that's a big transition, like Ms. Luna said. We have camp, see, these are some of our specialties. We have Camp Palms. It's a 2-day program right before school starts. It's a way to bring your child on campus. They get to know the layout of the land, and they get to meet some teachers, make some friends. They go into the PE locker room. They go through the scary tunnel, which is always the big topic. You'll see them talk about it. We're doing an 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip this year because the curriculum is U.S. history. I see some clapping, I'm going, so I'm clapping too. We have the 6th grade Olympics, students that are eligible. It's a fun day, it's a picnic. So just like Castle Heights, we have our programs that we're very proud of. The 6th grade has leadership class just started the Act of Kindness campaign. So if anyone sees somebody on campus doing something, they get a ticket and they get into a drawing. And so we have a lot of things in that area that we're very...
Actually, it came from this school.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I love this program. Yeah, that's a great program. We didn't have that till this year. Well, thank you, Castle Heights.
Buy-in prizes.
That's true, too.
$25 gift certificates.
Everyone has talked about the teachers, but I have to say as a counselor and someone who oversees the counseling department, I've been at other schools and I'm programming your child into classes, I'm going, But when I program the children here at Palms, I'm really proud of almost every teacher. Does every school have a few that you need to kind of work with? Maybe not Castle Heights, I shouldn't have done that. But we have teachers we're concerned about, and really, I'm telling you truthfully, there are very few. Dr. Moriucci works very closely with them to bring them along so your child's needs are met. But I can't say enough about the teachers either. I've never worked with such a professional staff dedicated to making sure the curriculum and the instruction is superior to anything. Best of all are the Palm students. We love our students. When we go on field trips, we used to take them out to the beach, and I went up to the lifeguards. I said, "Oh, were the kids okay?" They said, "We see students from all over, Southern California." Palm students were unbelievable. Cleaning up, cooperating. Wherever we take them, they're well behaved. And like we were saying, the earthquake drill, we're like, wow, they're so good. And that comes from the home. And so it's you guys, so thank you for that. And we know that. It really comes from the home base. So we're and then safety, I know that's a big concern. Dr. Moriucci already talked about it, but we take that very seriously. I mean, a child can't be productive and happy if he doesn't feel safe. And every student has the right to come to school and feel safe and happy. Last thing, the counseling department, that's kind of new for the kids. They don't have counselors at the elementary school. We have 4 outstanding counselors. Arlene is the magnet counselor, and then there's grade level counselors. Next year you will have wonderful Miss Price if you come in as a 6th grade student. Your child comes in as a 6th grader in the regular school, or they'll have Miss Weiss. I cannot say enough about them. They blow me away every day. I'm like, they are handling a bullying or a lot of mediations, because as you know, if you have children that have already come into the middle school, the peers become so important. You know, they go from the family focus to now the peers. And so there's a lot of little dramas going on, especially in 7th grade. 6th grade, they're kind of feeling out the bigger campus and all the other students. 7th grade, especially the girls, there's a lot of little drama going on. And then 8th grade, and so these counselors, they try to get to every single issue. And they really are very skilled at it. And the students like them, they're always wanting to get near them and be around them. So we have great counselors, and we're very lucky at Palms because Palms puts money into making sure we have great counselors. We took Title I money and we bought teaching positions and what we call auxiliaries, which is extra periods to reduce class size, because the teachers are number one, but class size is important. So we put our Title I money into that, and we put our Title I money into a counseling position because we didn't get it from the district. So that those things like bullying, mediations, the possibility that it would escalate to a fight, we bring it in and let them talk it out. So that's the great part. And they're going to be your key person. They're your liaison to the teachers. And some families need support in getting to community services. You know, many of our kids go to therapy and get some help if they need it at different points in their middle school career. The counselors will help you get that process in place. We have prime time after school. We have library after school support to 4:30. We have math tutoring Mondays and Wednesdays. And we have youth services on the PE side for after-school programs. And in conclusion, we have a nice school. And the students speak. These are kids, you know, like Dr. Moriucci said, it's what they come up and tell us. So pay to school before come to Palms. But I think I have a little video that kind of says it later, if I can get to this video. Like I told you, I'm supposed to be going taking classes from the students. Well, this one here I'm going to play. This is the 8th grade science. So this is some of the projects they do. I'm just going to play this for you real quickly. It doesn't. Let's see if I can get this going. Now, how do I make this big here, right?
Right.
How do I make this big?
Trying to do it.
And the students can explain it. It's all the physical, 8th grade is physical science. And so it's motion, chemistry, and they understand what they do. They use the iPads a lot in science already.
These are friends purchased iPads, right? We have 3 classroom years, I think. 3 cards.
Yes, purchased by friends.
Yes. Let me say that. Then I have one more I want to show you. This is a video of the kids. The counselors put together a video to take to students, to your students, and they show it to them. So I'm just going to show you a piece of that. Oh, there it is. So the kids are so cute, and they all wanted to be in the video. But this is just a short piece of it. Taken a lot of your time, and thank you for being such a wonderful audience. I know the magnet stuff is very confusing. And if you have any questions, go ahead and fire away.
We'll be here for a few minutes. We know you've got things to do, but we'll be here for a few minutes. And remember, October 25th is our next Visitors Day.